Hey everyone, I want to take the time and welcome you to my channel and to my foundational drawing series. Today we are going to talk about line weight and line quality. So get your sketchbooks ready, make sure your pencils are sharpened, and make sure you're sitting up straight. Posture is very, very important when it comes to making comfortable lines and good art. So you can see right here that I'm just applying pressure and releasing pressure in straight lines or semi-straight lines. But the key is to use your shoulder when you're drawing these lines. When you apply the pressure, you gently release it at the end of the stroke. So line weight is your ability to apply pressure from dark and then gradually go lighter as the line tapers off. And line quality is, for lack of better words, cleanliness. It's how clean the lines are without you having to produce hair marks in order to make that line. There's nothing wrong with using that technique when drawing certain things, putting in details, drawing fur, scales, or bark of a tree. But for the sake of using this in today's practice, I want you to draw a ground plane very lightly. Use your shoulder and not your wrist or your elbow. So sit up straight and draw a ground plane. What we're going to do is we're going to draw a creature. So let's do something that resembles a dinosaur. What I'm doing is I'm floating my hand back and forth and I'm applying very little pressure to the page. In doing so, it's allowing me to think more clearly without having to obsess about every single little thing that goes on this page. A lot of times when we draw, we tend to be bogged down by the pursuit of perfection when it comes to our artwork. So what does that do? It hinders our ability to actually, one, have fun drawing, and two, produce art that is totally free and relaxing. And you want to be able to enjoy artwork, right? You want to be able to enjoy what you're drawing. And it's hard to do that if you're constantly obsessed about making things perfect. So here what I'm doing is I'm showing the example of line weight. I'm applying very light lines to this initial dinosaur sketch, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply pressure in certain areas where I know that I want it to be darker. Now this isn't a particular species. I mean, yeah, it kind of looks like a baryonyx, maybe a Spinosaurus, but let's just see where it goes. All right, and I'm just kind of placing in the lines here as I see fit. Okay, and once I have those, it's kind of walking in some mud maybe. Once I have those, then I'll start getting darker. You can see my hand going back and forth. It's because I'm keeping everything light, everything loose, and I'm not thinking too hard. And now that I have a distinct shape to the body that I want, I'm not going into skin details. I'm not putting in horns or spikes right now. All I'm doing is just darkening the areas that I know I want to put more details in at a later time. All right, here I go. As I start putting in these shapes, I'm starting to realize some of the muscles, some of the anatomy really coming into fruition now. Okay, see the line weight that's happening? And the line cleanliness. So remember the straight lines that we were practicing up here. Dark to light in swift movements. That's how you should get your initial thumbnail sketches out so that you can free your mind up, free your hand up, and not expel so much energy trying to get things perfect. Okay, there we go. Now, the other thing that I want to mention is it's okay to fail and it's okay to be messy. Allow yourself to fail so that you have room to improve and you're coming at this with an open point of view, like an open mind. If you open your sketchbook up and you're suddenly like, well, I'm going to suck today, and all these drawings I'm going to put down, they're not going to be good, and there's no point in ever learning this stuff. I want you to stop that attitude right away, and I want you to allow yourself to fail. Just take a deep breath. Just be like, you know what, it's okay if I make drawings that aren't good or aren't to my liking. you can see how my hand is just kind of floating around this page right now. I'm trying to put more emphasis on some of these body shapes, like the scapula up here, since this is a quadruped. Okay, and then the shading that I am doing, I'm applying a certain amount of pressure to where it's dark enough you can tell there's shadow, and then I'm going over it at a different angle. And no, this is not sped up because I'm just slowing down. I'm just drawing quickly because this is what you're going to be able to do too if you let your mind do it. Let's move over here, see what I can do to this good old-fashioned tail. There we go. Okay, now here's something that you can do that's really cool. You can add motion and movement to your sketches. So a lot of times whenever I see a slope, I kind of do dark to light, just like we did up here, and I taper it off until I finish sketching that line across that surface. We used to do this back in the day in transportation design. You know, you want to make the cars look like they're moving on the page. Well, you should make anything you want, or anything you draw on the page, look like it's moving, because it adds interest and also it excites you. You want to be excited about your own drawings. If you like my shorter form content, I invite you to subscribe and watch my longer form content where I go into much more detail about creature design, character design, my background in visual effects and games and film, and just being a concept artist, and overall just being a better artist so that you can walk away proud of what you put in your sketchbook. Go. Put in some little shrubbery here and there. This principle, if you do this 500 straight lines every day, don't get intimidated by the number. If you do 500 a day for 30 days, that's what? I mean, 15,000 or 15,000 plus if you want to add more. Draw with your shoulder, stand up or sit up straight. Don't lean your head. Don't tilt your sketchbook. Make sure you're sitting to where you can look at your sketchbook straight on so that your perspective is not skewed. And then start practicing these quick, larger drawings every day, and your line weight and your line quality will improve. Okay. Now what we can do is we can add in just some muscle here. Okay. I like giving these shorter little lessons too. You know, they're a lot of fun. Comment below if you enjoy these. If the YouTube algorithm brought you to my channel, I want to welcome you. Even if you're not an artist and you have no idea what you're doing here, hopefully you caught this maybe at a random time during the day on your lunch break, or you're going to sleep, or whatever. Okay, put in a little bit of shading on the nostril. There we go, folks. Line cleanliness. So we got line weight, line quality, and then we brought it to fruition in this dinosaur that's kind of a mix of species. Hopefully you enjoyed today. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.